I want to bring in Florida Republican Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen. Congresswoman, good to see you.
Hi, Jose. Good morning.
Tell me a little bit about the mood of the party and what the heck is going on.
Well, I just stepped away from the GOP conference. It started at 9 o'clock this morning. We heard from the speaker. We heard from Kevin McCarthy, and Kevin addressed the rumors that were swirling about after his speech that shocked us at noon yesterday. And those rumors started festering, saying that he was going to resign his position, and as well as being a member of Congress, resign from that. He said, I'm not resigning. Just like Speaker Boehner, he's going to stay there until this tumultuous situation gets resolved. So
Can you explain, Congressman, why he decided to change yesterday from 9 a.m. to noon, from yes to no?
What a shock it was to all of us. But I think, as your great analysts have pointed out, the math just doesn't seem to be there for any candidate right now. Yes, he would have won the vote of the conference, an overwhelming majority yesterday at noon. The problem is the House floor. Jose, it is amazing that back in the day, maybe the good old days, just a few years ago, when we had a vote in the conference, someone would move that we make that vote unanimous. That vote carried, and yet on the floor we see rebellion, even though that motion carried. So a vote in the conference can no longer be translated to a vote on the House floor.
Okay,
and
so
that's a problem that the next speaker will have, whether it's Paul Ryan or anyone else. It's going to be difficult.
So who could be the next speaker? I mean, Paul Ryan, if he can be convinced?
Well, we had a situation with Danny Webster, a wonderful friend of mine, Florida colleague. When he addressed us at 9 a.m. yesterday as a candidate to be speaker, he was asked, would you make sure that on the floor you would support whoever our nominee is? He said, no, I cannot commit to that. So whether it's Paul Ryan, whether it's whoever it is, unless we get the folks from the Freedom Caucus to say that even if they don't get their way, they will support that nominee, the Republican nominee, on the House floor, then I don't see how any GOP candidate will get that magic number, because if their vote in conference will not carry over to their vote on the House floor, then it's for naught.
And Congresswoman, you're on the subcommittee for Foreign Affairs for Northern Africa and the Middle East. I just want your thoughts on what broke this morning, that the Obama administration is going to stop its program of funding to the tune of $500 million, even though they spent about $50 million, people inside Syria that will be willing to receive training to fight ISIS.
Well, I'm also on the Intelligence Committee,
right,
and because of my role there, Jose, I'm limited, in fact, forbidden to talk about any briefings that we have received, but it's been in the open press that this has been a difficult program to manage, and they are rebels that open press say, well, they don't even have enough ammunition to carry the fight forward. So it's been a troublesome program. We've been funneling a lot of money into it with very little to show for it. So it is time to stop that and reassess where we're at. And I'm sorry, I just can't go into specifics,
okay,
but we are briefed on almost a daily basis of the disaster that's going on there. And now with this new Russia initiative, it should worry us all the more.
I'm just going to give you a heads up, Congresswoman. When you and I speak this Sunday on Enfoque on Telemundo, I'm going to be asking these same questions, so just think about that. Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you, Jose.